welcome to Jennifer to the Rescue. I'm Jennifer Johnson. Yes, I am. And this is Jennifer to the Rescue. We come in here every week. It's every Tuesday. I always say Wednesday. And you can check out jennifertotherescue.com for more information. You can always call me at 317-513-6823 if you have any questions about my guests or anything else. Do want to say thank you to Logan Street Signs and Banners for being our wonderful sponsors, and we love being here at the Wofford Theater. I love being here because I get to bring in wonderful people who are doing awesome things, and you just happen to be one of those people, Don.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
I know. I was like, I wonder what he's going to say if I say it that way. So this is Don Stilts with Stilts Spirit, a giving tree. And, you know, I know you've been excited about being on, and we're really happy that you could be. In a nutshell, before we find out about you a little bit more, what is Stilts Spirit, a giving tree? Can you give us in a nutshell what it is?
Absolutely. Well, first, I want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to say thank you for allowing us to come on and cast the vision of what we do here in Hamilton County. Stilts Spirit, a Giving Tree is essentially an organization that serves the residents of Hamilton County. We work hard to help those in need, whether it be needing food, need jobs, whatever their needs are, we try to meet them. And we start with a food. We actually have a food pantry that it's mobile. We actually go out into the community. We set up a 40-foot RV. We set up tents and tables. We pull in with trucks and trailers full of food, and we hand out groceries to those in need. All the while trying to use that as a tool to drill down, develop relationships, and figure out what other needs they have at that point.
And you basically said before you're a ministry that happens to have a food
pantry. That's correct.
And I'm not trying to impose on what you're going to say later or talk about more, and you can certainly talk about all of this again. But that's a really neat way to really, and you've been sharing with me and with us here at Hamilton County Television that you have a lot of things you do besides just giving out the food. You're, like you said, drilling down really what the needs are, and you're starting to do some cooking classes. Actually, we have some pictures that are running right now, and they'll be running, but showing some of the stuff. You're actually growing some of your own food.
Yes.
And what was the honey for hunger? Honey for hunger.
Honey for hunger. We actually have 10 hives of bees, honeybees. And
Really?
Yes, and we take the honey, extract the honey, and we actually sell the honey for donations, and the money that is derived from that then goes back into the community. We use it to buy food so that we can feed some of the 500 people that we're feeding per month.
Wow, 500 people. Well, tell us, I always try to give the first part of, and it's whatever time you want to take, but tell us about Don Stilts. And how did you and your wife, Christina, and you have two boys?
Two boys, Christian and Sebastian.
Yeah, those are nice names. I see them on Facebook, so I kind of feel like I already know them, but I think I've met them maybe once or twice. But tell us, how did you go from being Don and Christina and these two beautiful boys and now doing what you're doing? This is quite a big thing you do.
It was actually, we'll call it a leap of faith. My son, Christian, who is now 7 years old, at the age of 18 months old, he contracted H1N1 and was put into Peyton Manning Hospital for 12 days. And it was a life-changing experience. I always tell people that it's a tragic event that turned into a passion, that turned into a ministry for us. My son was very sick. This is at a time when a lot of children, a lot of elderly were passing away from this virus.
Yes,
and
so that would have been about right.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Christian.
Yeah. I can imagine. Oh, I can't
It was tough.
imagine.
It was tough. As a father, when you're standing above your son in a hospital bed and you can't help them, you can't take away the pain, you feel helpless. And we had a surgeon that came around and prayed for us.
Really?
And prayed for us prior to the operation that Christian had to have, and I tell you that changed our life. And so when Christian got better and got well and came out of Peyton Manning Hospital, we decided that we wanted to go back to Peyton Manning Hospital and make a difference, because we had so many people that came around us to help us get through that. Patients' parents, the staff. We just wanted to figure out a way to get back. So we started Stilts Spirit, a Giving Tree. That year, on Christmas Eve, we went back to Peyton Manning Hospital. We actually got on the schedule of Santa Claus, and he went with us. And we went from room to room to room in Peyton Manning Hospital with Santa Claus, and we gave gifts to every child there. And
so that was kind of the
that was the first event that we did.
What a cool event. Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
you're
I'm
fine.
sitting here and I'm seeing the tears welling and I'm thinking, you can go to his website. Tell us how they can find you guys.
The best way to find us is at www.agivingtree.info. And you can read the story of Christian and our family and how we started this. It's just an incredible journey. God has been great to us. We have been blessed. I spent 16 years in the banking industry, and basically 2 years ago I stepped out full-time to do this as a full-time ministry. And that's to reach people here in Hamilton County. That's to reach them in any way we can, and we start out reaching them by food. But go back to the story.
Yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So we went from Peyton Manning Hospital to the Julian Center downtown Annapolis and gave gifts to all the women and children there too.
So it wasn't just Peyton Manning. You went to the Julian Center
Yes.
too. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Incredible event for us. Really, it touched our family and touched a lot of people. And we figured that we wanted to go the next step. We wanted to get bigger. And we heard a stat about Hamilton County that just really alarmed us. One school in Hamilton County, 65% of the children qualified for free or reduced lunch. Now let's think about that. Hamilton County, the richest county in Indiana, one school, 65% of the kids qualified for free or reduced lunch. To me, that was impossible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at one point I thought I was the only broke guy in Hamilton County. There are obviously more people that were in need.
Mm-hmm.
So we started doing our research, and other schools in Hamilton County had a high rate. 30, 35, 40% of the children needed assistance. So we knew right then and there that there are people in need. And so that's why we started the mobile food pantry, because we wanted to go to them. We didn't want them to have to come to us. And so we go out in the community and we set up, like I said, the tents and the trailers and the food and give it out to all that need it. No questions asked. No questions asked.
Wow.
And since that first year at Peyton Manning, it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point now that we have an administration office on 32 at 206 West Main Street in Westfield, right across from the old Speedway station. And from that location, we start drilling down. We invite guests there. We give them food at that point. We drill down, what's going on. How else can we help you? What can we do to help you break this food pantry cycle? How can we help you to get on your feet again? Because for us, like I told you earlier, it's not about a hand out. It's about a hand up. It truly is for us.
That's a wonderful thing. A hand up, not a handout.
Mm-hmm.
One time before we're going to take a break here in just a minute. We're not done. We've got
Okay.
a lot more.
Okay.
We want to find out about all that you're doing, because you've got all kinds of things you're doing besides what you're just doing. You're doing awesome stuff, and then you're adding more to it, but it's amazing. Tell them how they get a hold of you. Again.
You can visit our website at www.agivingtree.info, or you can call me on my personal cell phone. I'm happy to give that out at 317-362-6888, or the number on your screen, which is 317-564-4396. Also, we have a Facebook page at Stilts Spirit, a Giving Tree, and a Giving Tree Community Pantry, which is our mobile pantry.
Well, we're going to be right back, because I know there's a lot of things we need to figure out how we can help you and hear about all the stuff that's coming up and what your plans are and all that kind of stuff. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back to Jennifer to the rescue.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage: Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
We are back. Thank you for sticking around. I'm Jennifer Johnson, Jennifer to the Rescue, and you can certainly check out jennifertotherescue.com. It's my mission and vision to be the collaborative resource and be your collaborative resource. I should probably put that on the screen too. In doing that, I am very fortunate to have this space or time every week here on Hamilton County Television, and we're here at the beautiful Wofford Theater, it really is. Logan Street Signs and Banners is our gracious sponsor every week. Thank you very much. And it's lovely to have great guests who get so passionate about what they're doing. And while we're talking to Don Stilts, or before we talk to Don Stilts, I don't know if you can see it, can't see it. Hamilton County Harvest Food Bank was a guest here a couple of weeks ago, and we here at Hamilton County Television have decided that we're going to do a big food drive on Saturday, August 15th, and it's from 9 a.m. until 1 here in the parking lot. You've got it right up there.
Actually,
our first annual. We're going to do this. We're going to do it every August because when we visited with Anita Hagen from the Harvest Food Bank, we were made. I think we all know you need food all the time, not just at the holidays. And when we realized, it just kind of like, oh my gosh, they need food in August. They need food all the time. And obviously, you've told us now, Don, you've told me, us, that they supply food for you guys.
They do.
So you are connected to them. How
Yes.
great. Okay.
Yes, Hamilton County Harvest is one of our big contributors. We get assistance from Hamilton County Harvest, from Gleaners Food Bank and Midwest Food Bank. That accounts for about 40% of what we give out. All the rest comes from us actually purchasing food. So without Hamilton County Harvest and organizations like them, we couldn't do what we do. So they're so appreciative. So I'm so happy you guys are doing a food drive.
It just kind of turned out that we were actually doing this, and I'm like, how cool is this? He's going to be on the show.
Yeah, they are incredible people.
Well, good. I'm sure they'd say the same thing about you. I will ask, and if they don't say the same thing about you, I won't tell you. But if you could tell us, though, we were talking about you feed 500 people per month, right? You said so, but you on a weekly basis you do what you have your Friday hot dogs. Hot dogs for hunger.
Yes, a couple things happen during the week.
Yes.
Most of the people that we serve is when we pull into a location set up and we serve the masses. But as we meet people at the pantry days that say have a hard time getting out to the pantry, or single mothers, it's hard to travel to the kids,
right,
we actually start making home deliveries for people to make life easier on them. So we're constantly delivering food to people on a case-by-case scenario.
Wow.
So if they can't make it to the pantry, we come to them, which is kind of unique. We also, through the week, we have, or on Fridays, we have something called Hot Dogs for Hunger in our own parking lot.
Yeah.
And that's from 11:30 to 1, where we're just cooking hot dogs and giving hot dogs out to the public.
I attended one, and
Yes,
I was like, this is just a big party. They're having
And that's
fun.
exactly it. We want to connect to the community and say, hey, this is who we are, this is what we do, and just want to make you aware. And so if you come in and have a hot dog, if you want to make a donation, great. It'll be used to buy food to feed the masses. If you can't make a donation and you just want to stop by and have a conversation, eat, I'm okay with that too. Talk to us, because we want to know who out there is hurting. I mean, I'm sure that we all have neighbors that we don't even know are in need. And so we just want to help. Hamilton County is our passion. My wife, Christina, who couldn't be here today, she graduated from Westfield High School. And she grew up in Westfield. And so Hamilton County is very special to my wife. And so This would help.
Makes sense. It sounds like you're doing great things. I mean, to think there's 500 people. Oh, you're so emotional. I know, actually, poor Don has had a headache today, so hopefully this is not making it worse. This is just making you feel better. And, you know, the slides are running. I know some of the, any comments you'd want to, you know, is that your typical...
There you see we're set up in a parking lot of a church and just set up with tents, and 10, 15 tents. They're a Mariana Bank. We'll serve a couple hundred people at a Mariana Bank the third Saturday of each month.
Okay, that was the one thing that I don't think I knew the Friday Hunger for Hot Dogs for Hunger, but I knew you had a Saturday thing. So and we talked a little bit about it. You're starting to grow your own food.
Yes.
Because
it's expensive to feed 500 people.
No kidding. Yeah, no kidding.
And so we have found a lot of people who they don't know how to prepare the food we're giving them. You know, we're trying to stretch our budget, so we don't buy vegetables. We actually grow vegetables, and we give our guests the vegetables so they can eat healthier, as opposed to a box of preservatives that goes in a microwave. And so, as we meet people and we find out that they don't know what to do with the food, we're starting to have cooking classes so that we can, one, teach them how to cook better for themselves and their family, but two, that soft touch. We're trying to get them, trying to build that relationship. So we can say, hey, what else do you need? Or, hey, have you considered going to a church here or there? Because we're not associated with one church. We're just trying to help all churches to be outwardly focused as opposed to inwardly focused. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes perfect sense. I also saw on your website that you had a garage sale that we're not sure if the dates are correct, but did you have it this past year? So this would be a second one, or?
Yes, this would be a second one. I believe it's September 25th, 26th.
Okay.
And my wife and her team are the ones organizing that. So essentially, we're just trying to find ways to gain support, gain cash flow to help buy food.
Right. So gain cash flow, but also gain, like you said, you pull in all your, you know, people know what Stilts, Giving Tree is involved in this. That's just that much more PR for you. Good PR, obviously. A garage sale, we can all find. So you're looking for donations for that?
Yeah, we're looking for donations, whether it be clothes or furniture, or even monetarily. I would say visit our website. Tell us what you have. If you want to get involved, there's a place to volunteer. If you want to donate, you can donate right there on the website. But just connect to us. You know, we have many ways through our website, through our Facebook pages. You know, reach out to us. If you just want to have a cup of coffee, stop by our office and let's connect, and we'll see how we can.
And actually, their office is right there on 32. I think it's been a couple different things. But when did you move in?
About 3 months ago.
3 months ago. So it's what was it before?
I think it was a photography shop.
Oh, okay, because I think it's been a couple different things, and I remember when I went to visit you a couple months ago there, I was like, oh, I knew where this was the whole time. It's been there for years and different things. Can you tell us again how they get a hold of you? Just we're gonna round this segment off with that, and we'll come back and we'll touch on some other stuff.
Okay. Well, website givingtree.info, Facebook page at Stilts Spirit of Giving Tree. Or even my personal cell phone, 317-362-6888.
Wow. And that's kind of interesting, you giving out your personal cell phone.
I'm here to help.
I know, and
here to help.
It's just amazing. I since I've been doing this show and getting to know people like you, Hamilton County Harvest Food Bank and a number of other nonprofits, and some of them aren't even nonprofits, I think I work hard. And then I look at the people who are really doing something hard, and I'm just kind of, I'm almost embarrassed to even complain because it's like I don't do that much.
I think it was Mother Teresa who said, if you can't feed 1,000, feed one. And so I think if we all just help someone, the world's a better place. So thank you for all you do.
Oh, thank you. Well, we might not be back. I don't know. I feel pretty good about this, but we'll be right back. We're going to come back for segment 3. Don't go anywhere.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
Here we are again. Boy, those breaks go way too fast. I am Jennifer Johnson, Jennifer to the rescue, and you can certainly call me at 317-513-6823 and check out jennifertotherescue.com if you have any questions about gas or anything that we're doing here at Hamilton County Television. We're evolving every day, and I just thank Logan Street Signs and Banners for being a great sponsor every week so that we can have wonderful people like Don Stilts with Stilts Spirit of Giving Tree coming in today to share with us all that you're doing. It's amazing. What have we not talked about? Have we missed anything? Okay, we were talking about something. I'll think about it. But we were talking about donations and how people could be involved. I know when we were talking to Hamilton County Harvest Food Bank, they said they needed volunteers. You're saying your volunteer thing isn't as much. What other kinds of ways can they get involved?
I will say this.
You're not going to turn them away, probably.
I am not.
Okay.
We are looking for time,
Oh, yes.
talent, or treasure. So if you have time and want to donate, we can find something for you to do. I mean, we help so many people, and we help so many other organizations that we can help you find a place that you can donate your time. If it's talent, we're looking for actual board members to help us grow. In fact, one of the things that we haven't talked about is we're actually in early negotiations with a local clinic to try to come together and have a mobile clinic to go along with our mobile food pantry.
Oh, my goodness. That would be great.
We're looking for board members that can help us grow, help keep me on the path, because a lot of times it's about my will and not his. And so I want to make sure it's about his will and not mine. Right? Mm-hmm. And so we're looking for people to help us grow, who can give us their wisdom and challenge us and keep us on the right path. So time, talent, or treasure. If you feel good about donating to an organization that's doing a lot here in Hamilton County, we could use it, quite honestly. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's expensive to feed 500 people. And I spent 16 years in the mortgage and banking industry and stepped out about 2 years ago to do this full time. And so when you leave a guaranteed paycheck like that to do not-for-profit work, it's tough. And who knew not-for-profit truly meant not-for-profit? Right?
Exactly. I guess that, you got to believe that there's a higher power, because obviously this is working your negotiations. You're at the point. How old are you now? I mean, as a entity or
as an entity, we're about 4 years old, but the food pantry and then the ministry part of it is about a little over a year and a half old. So we're really new, but have done a lot in a short period of time.
You must be doing the right things. But donations could be food donations, mm-hmm. but they could be money, because you guys know better what, right, to go out and buy.
Right, and even monetarily to go out into the neighborhoods. I was telling you off screen. We've gone into other areas that are very challenged, into trailer parks and just opened up the trailers and handed out food to those in need. We've even gone door to door and say, hey, we're a local food pantry that has some extra food left over. Could you use some? And we use that as opportunities to start building those relationships. And then we start trying to follow up with those individuals and help them in other ways. So, whether it's food, whether it's monetary, whether it's time, we can use the help.
I'm sure you can use the help. I was joking at the beginning, but I forgot to sing. And I'm a singer. But you know what? There's a song. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. I won't sing it. But it's just, I think, I mean, you and Christina, I will sing it sometime. Don't laugh at me. I'm just joking with you. I do like to sing. I won't sing. But you just have to have the right mentality to do what you're doing. The right passion, and obviously there's like I said, a greater power, because you're smiling every time I see you. There must be such a satisfaction out of handing that out. And like you said, you were 16 years in a corporate setting,
right?
And to step down, I don't know how you just do a lot on. It's faith, obviously.
It's faith. It definitely is, and He always provides. And the support doesn't always come where we expect it to come from, but it comes. And so we're so thankful for the people and for the organizations, for the companies that actually support us.
Well, I'm sorry, those that might have not gotten to hear the first segment, just tell us again. Stilts Spirit of Giving Tree is a mobile food pantry, but it happens to be a ministry that has a food pantry.
Right.
Just tell us again, real quick, and then we'll talk about the Hamilton County Harvest Food Bank drive we're doing here, food drive.
So we're a ministry that reaches into Hamilton County, because that's our passion, to help those in need. And one of the ways that we reach into the county is with a mobile food pantry. And we pull in with a 40-foot RV, and we set up tents and tables, and we have trucks and trailers full of food, and we just start giving away the groceries to those in need. No questions asked. We do capture their information in the beginning and register them. That way we can start following up with them, and we can stay in contact with them, let them know where we're going to be.
Right, and we were actually, if you were watching, we had some of the pictures of your garden, and so you're growing food, and you're now doing cooking classes, and you're doing, probably going to start doing all, because you were telling me when we originally met, or talked a few months ago, that you have a lot of other little things that you do. They're just kind of side things. Maybe you help, I don't know, do you help people find clothes for an interview or something like that? I don't want to.
And that's one of the things that we're really working on in 2015 is helping those who go to the pantry. Why are they in the situation that they're in, right? If they're underemployed or unemployed, how can we help you find that job to get you out of this cycle? Can we help you build a resume? Can we help you get clothes? Can we help you find a new place to live, because where you're at is not conducive to growing?
Right.
So we just try to figure out where they're at in life and match them up to good mentors and try to get them to broaden their horizons, to help them in any way that we can. Does that make sense?
Yes, it certainly does. It's a hand up, not a hand out, as
That's
you
exactly
said.
right.
And just tell us again how they get a hold of you, the different ways, so that everybody can find it.
Several ways. You can go to our website at www.agivingtree.info. You can also find us on Facebook through Stilts Spirit of Giving Tree or a Giving Tree Community Pantry. Or if you're in need, my personal cell phone is 317-362-6888.
And we just, you said a little bit earlier, well, before we forget, though, we do want to bring up, and I'll leave with Mother Teresa's nice little thing. I know you can't see this, but we have flyers here for the Hamilton County Harvest Food Bank, which is one of their supporters, probably one of their bigger supporters. We're having a food drive here at Hamilton County Television on Saturday, August 15th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. out here in the parking lot. We have... there's going to be free food. Actually, it's not going to be them, but it's going to be New Life Auto Sales in the back here is going to do that. Northside Networking Group is going to be here. Logan Street Signs and Banners, obviously, Hamilton County Television. And you can go to here is 1720 South 10th Street, Noblesville. And you can also go to hchfoodbank.org to find out what the kind of foods you can donate, but definitely check out Stilts Spirit and Giving Tree, and
I want to invite you personally Every Friday from 11:30 to 1, we have Hot Dogs for Hunger in our parking
that's
lot
right. That's
every Friday. So stop in for a hot dog, have a conversation with myself or some of the volunteers, and take a tour of the office and find out what we do, because it's very vast.
It's unbelievable. Actually, if you go through Westfield on 32 and you're not sure where it is, you'll find it, because they'll have all these tents, and you'll say, "Oh, that's where it is." And you said earlier, if you can't feed 1,000, feed one. That's
one.
Mother Teresa. It's a great way to end our day today. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Don, so much. It was
Thank
great
you.
to have
Thank you very
and
much.
I hope your migraine went away. You're welcome. We'll look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.
Okay.